Hey guys, just want to send out another little note about thinking about how we can return to this safely and what the plan may be. The way I'm thinking about this thing is we need to plan for short term, like best case scenario, middle scenario, and then worst case scenario. And worst case scenario is that we don't have a vaccine for this thing for a couple of years, year and a half, 2 years, maybe worst case scenario. And then we have to figure out how can we be safe during that time. And that's going to be a long time to not be training jiu-jitsu. So here's what the plan may look like for reopening, whether it's in a month and a half from now, or a couple months or 3, 4 months from now. But I'm thinking if we do something really safe, then we're able to probably open up when New Jersey opens up their guidelines for like the restaurants can open again. So the idea would be that you would pick a training time, 2 or 3 training times during the week that you'd be able to come to the school and actually train. And the biggest thing about this is that you would need to pick a training partner, one person that you would train with, and you'd meet during those times. The school would be sectioned off into 2 spots. There'll be a 6-foot space in between those spots, and there'll be one training spot for the 2 people and the other training spot for the other 2 people. And the training times would be an hour long, but they'd be staggered. So say one pair would come in at 10 a.m., they'd train for an hour, they'd leave at 11 a.m. The other training partner wouldn't come in at 10, they'd be coming in at 10:30 when the other people are already on the mat. And then they would stay there for an hour. So as the first pair is finishing up at 11 a.m., they use the facility, they shower if they want, they change. They're not in the changing area at the same time as the first pair. And then basically the second pair finishes their training when the other person's gone. So the idea is during this time, the safe time, there's only 4 people in the school at the same time, and there's only actually 2 people on the mat together at the same time. So what will this do? This will give you the ability to train 3 times a week at your own pace, at your own time. It will also give you the ability to be safe, because really the only thing different from what you're doing right now is that you're going to choose one person that you're going to be in jiu-jitsu quarantine with, we'll call it. So that would be a very way to stay safe, because people are talking about masks and things like that. I don't personally see how that's going to work, maybe. But if you really want to stay super safe, you really just choose one person that you understand what their values are and how they're going to stay safe. And then if you ever did get sick from that person, you'd only ever spread it to no one in the school. You wouldn't spread it. You'd only get sick. There'd only be one person that would get sick, which would be you. And the chances of getting sick would only be from one person. So and you'd clean the mat after you're done, and we would have a very good cleaning schedule. And now technique. We'd be doing online technique classes that you could watch, short videos. We would have a blue belt, a white belt curriculum, a blue belt curriculum, a purple belt curriculum, all up the line. And that would be taught by all of us, Jimmy, myself, Saluso from Ecuador. So that would be a video that you'd be able to just go on demand and look at it. So that is the idea, just to stay completely safe. Another idea maybe, if things got to be a little more positive and a little less risk, would be to just have a class of 6 people that run the same time each week, and the same 6 people come to that. But again, that's bringing the risk up higher, but there may be some people that don't mind that risk. And then, of course, bring even the risk higher, which I don't believe it's going to be the case right now, is just to have a 6-person class of rotating people. But I don't know if that's such a good idea. So I think the first option would be the initial option to open up with. So I'd just like to hear your comments and your thoughts on that. And that's the idea. So just thought I'd get this out to you. Stay safe and make the most out of this time. All right? Make the most out of this time. There's a lot there's a lot that you can't do, but there's a lot you can do. Thinking about you guys. All right. Cheers.